Hi friends, hello and welcome to episode 15 of my show Editorial Compass. Friends, in this program we normally take you through the nub of newspapers, mostly relevant editorials and at times even some interesting articles, just to give you an overview as to how India appears from the point of view of the press. So welcome to our show once again. Friends, the newspaper and media channels are still abuzz with Congress's NYAY, NYAY. I have covered this topic earlier, but I am morally forced to tell you more about it since it concerns every citizen of India. After a long time, a game-changing idea has come from the Congress party, and that is NYAY, or you can say Nyuntam Aay Yojana, minimum wage scheme, that aims to provide the poorest 5 crore of Indian families an amount of rupees 72,000 per year every year. This scheme, announced by Congress President Rahul Gandhi, instantly grabbed the headlines. The announcement had a positive political impact for Congress. Given the attention the scheme has grabbed, there's a good chance something like NYAY will be implemented no matter which government finally comes to the center. The Modi government announced a scheme like this for farmers just a few months ago. The income support scheme promises rupees 6,000 per year to farmers subject to thresholds like land holding. But where is rupees 6,000 per year compared to rupees 72,000? Rahul scored over Modi because he announced a 12 times higher amount than Modi. But is it possible? Can it be done? Before we get into the funding of NYAY, let's look at it from a moral standpoint. There are moral reasons in favor of as well as against NYAY. We do have some of the poorest people on earth. Without money in their pockets, they can do little to get off their poverty trap. This money in hand can help people choose how they want to improve their life. Better food, shelter, education, or anything else. Instead of waiting for the government to fix your life, you get some cash to do it for yourself. If this scheme can avoid loan waivers, which destroy the lending and repayment cultures of our country, there can be another moral case for it as well. On the other hand, two moral issues go against NYAY. One, the government is using taxpayer money to fund a massive subsidy that may not have the consent of the same taxpayers. Two, a culture of getting money for free can create a sense of entitlement and disrupt the labor market. India already has low labor productivity and NYAY can harm it further. Overall, despite the moral issues and misuses given India's abject poverty, NYAY does have a moral case for it. This brings us to the other important aspect of it, that is the economics and its implementation. One, can we afford it? You don't need to be an economics major to figure out that paying rupees 5 crore families, rupees 72,000 a year will cost a lot. Multiply these two numbers and you get a total of rupees 3.6 lakh crore. That's a huge amount of money. Even at the central government budget level, it's roughly a fifth of the centre's share of tax revenues, rupees 18 lakh crore. So the total of centre's share of tax revenue is 18 lakh crore. So it's just a fifth of that. Already the central government spends more than it earns and therefore has a deficit, and these additional costs will throw our budgets further out of gear. To understand this In a layman's term, imagine someone earning rupees 18,000 and spending rupees 20,000 a month. He or she funds the difference with a credit card and hopes to pay it back with the next raise. Now tell the same person your expense will go up to rupees 24,000 a month, but your income stays at rupees 18,000 a month. All of a sudden, the income expense gap widens dramatically. The credit card bill, already high, will become even higher. In government budget terms, this means more of a borrowing, which in turn will lead to higher interest rates, which has the effect of cutting private investments. The higher deficit also means the government will print more money, leading to inflation. The free NYAY money in the hands of people will also reach the markets and lead to further inflation. Yes, nothing in life comes free, especially cash handouts. Of course, we can raise revenue not to let the deficit shoot up. The government can increase the income taxes. Remember, the beloved cesses, perhaps NYAY cess, may be coming soon, and high corporate taxes, which will lead to lower Indian competitiveness. GST, already high, but all for NYAY, and add a whole bunch of other taxes here and there. It can also cut spending on roads, healthcare, education to pay for this. Yes, it will be unpleasant. Nothing comes free, especially nothing this massive comes free. Of course, in India, higher taxes can also mean more tax evasion, which had come somewhat under control in the past few years. Manrega, one of the biggest subsidy schemes ever announced, costs us rupees 50,000 crore per year. On the contrary, NYAY is expected to cost us over 7 times more. Can we do this? Yes, we can. But digesting an expense like this is going to hurt us in other ways. Lower growth, more inflation, lower investments, higher taxes, and yes, fewer jobs. Finally, the last thing we have to consider is the implementation at higher income levels where taxes are filed and TDS deducted. We have a good idea of what people are earning. It is near impossible to know who is earning what. Imagine an auto driver earning rupees 70,000 a month. If he shows his income as rupees 12,000, he will get the NYAY subsidy. What do you think he is going to do? And the person who is checking these incomes and approving a rupees 72,000 transfer, what do you think he is going to demand to approve your name? As an Indian, you probably can imagine the misuse that will happen. Frankly, we all don't have any answers on how to prevent that. Any scheme that aims to help the poor is welcome. At the same time, to just view it from a political or moral lens is not enough for a massive scheme like NYAY. Numbers are important, particularly what will we give for this, as well as the looming implementation issues. NYAY is potentially a good scheme for India. However, if not thought through, we may end up doing a lot more anyay, injustice, in the process of achieving a little of NYAY, that is justice. Friends, this talk was based on an article written by Chetan Bhagat. So friends, that's all I have for today. If you've liked my show, kindly share it. Also press the like icon. Also subscribe our channel by pressing the red icon, and don't forget to press the bell so that you're notified each time we upload a video. And for now, goodbye and see you soon.